Hello and welcome to the Founders Log podcast of June 2023. How are you doing, Carl?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Good.
So having a look back on the previous month, it was June. It was actually a relatively quiet month for us.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
On the business side of things anyway. We did receive a constant flow of some inbound business inquiries, which is always nice. I did have some engagement with some of our existing clients on using Google Bard.
Yes.
We had one that wanted to see if they could use Google Bard to assist in creating a white paper based on data and statistics. So they're able to type in. It was more about teaching them how to prompt it in the right manner so that it would look at the data in the way they want it looked at and bring back information and analysis from that data. And it worked quite well. It's always good when you get someone to use it for the first time and you just watch their face when this information comes back. Just the reaction is like, oh, that's a lot more detailed than I expected it would have been.
Yeah, that's very true. When someone uses those tools and they've never seen them before, they are usually quite gobsmacked, to use the expression.
The other thing that we did in that month was we visited Comptia. Do you want to have a little word about that, Carl? What Comptia is and why we visited?
Yeah, Comptia is a community of people who work in the IT industry, specifically those who run their own IT businesses and deal with other businesses like we do at Kimbley IT. They had a meetup at the Hilton Hotel near Birmingham Airport. We hadn't been there for many a year, and it was interesting to see some of the people that we know in our industry again, and hear some of the things that they try and teach us to help us improve our industry. And I'm not always 100% sure that some of the stuff they're trying to teach us is that valuable, or in fact anywhere near up to date. But that may be our personal point of view on that. But it was nice to see some of the people we hadn't seen for a while and have a chat with them and see their face again. You don't always get to do that, particularly after the whole COVID experience.
Well, you did manage to get yourself a big round of applause in one of your points about litigation and the difference between litigation in the US and the UK, which focuses the US businesses more on having tighter IT than the UK.
Yeah, we believe that the United States takes IT more seriously because they're more likely to get sued than they are in this country, and because in this country you're very unlikely to get sued or any kind of problem if you've got rubbish IT, so nobody cares. I think that was what got the round of applause, really, that ultimately it's very hard to convince people that it's right to have IT until they're ready, because nothing's going to happen if they don't.
Yeah, you got the big round of applause for that one. That was the most popular comment of the whole day.
Yes.
If they had a trophy for the most popular comment, you'd have got that trophy.
I would indeed, yeah.
Going on to YouTube now. So during YouTube, I did 2 new videos. One was the feature video, and that was how to let someone else manage your email using delegate access. It's a feature that loads of people need, but they don't know it. They don't know it exists until they've actually gone away on holiday and they need to access someone else's email inbox, and they realize they can't because they hadn't set up delegated access in time. So that video takes you through setting up delegated access and the features it has and why you do that.
Yeah.
Also did a YouTube short, and this was just a short on, it shows you how to get, I don't know if you know it, Carl. Well, you probably do because you know all about Google Workspace like I do. So, but people who don't, Google Calendar has a hidden feature in there where you can have it send a daily agenda of what's going to happen that day to you every day around about 5 a.m. That feature's been it since the start of Google Calendar, and it's hidden. No one knows about it. So the YouTube short shows people about it.
Yeah.
There is some interesting things about it because it's a feature that's been at the start of Google Calendar. It's never had anything changed on it. So I was always thinking, if you work at night times, it's not great because your agenda comes in at 5 a.m. It will cover the day, of course, but well, it wouldn't actually, because it would only cover till midnight. And if you're on a night shift that goes between 2 days, that daily agenda wouldn't cover it. You can't set a time for that daily agenda to come in, or a window of time that should be shown in that daily agenda.
Right. Okay.
It only shows you that exact 24-hour period. New blog posts. So 2 new blog posts went live. One was I wrote a blog post about the importance of backing up your workspace, Google Workspace data. A lot of people, especially companies where they're looking after Google Workspace themselves, generally they don't have anyone in IT. It's just someone set it up, and there's Mike in the office. He's quite good with computers. He looks after Google Workspace for us. They're not aware that Google Workspace isn't actually backed up. Yeah. Now, it has got some redundancy in there. If Google has a problem and stuff like that, they can bring data back, but there's no actual proper data backup management system that will say, like, let you go back 6 months in time to pull a file back that you've accidentally deleted, thinking you wouldn't need it, and then all of a sudden you do need it. there's not that functionality. So it's really important to have a backup system in place for Google Workspace and any cloud-based backup storage like Dropbox or even OneDrive.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's covered in that blog post. And then I did a supplementary blog post about the video about delegated access in Gmail. And this is just a text-based walkthrough for anyone who can't watch the video.
Good stuff. What about the stats this for June?
Yeah, I've split the stats up slightly more detailed now, because previously I was putting the assistance and support stats together in one for how quickly we respond to them. So I've now separated them out because the support response will generally take longer than the assistance one, because the support something's not working. So you've got to work out what's going on, then fix it. So it's going to be naturally take a longer period of time than an assistance one. And it was kind of skewing the statistics when they're both bundled together. So I've broken the two out. So in June, 94, we got contacted 94 times by subscribers. 70 of those were requesting assistance and 24 were asking for support.
Yeah.
So out of the subscribers asking for support, 7 received a response and we got them back to work within 5 minutes. 14 received a reply and returned to their work within 30 minutes, and 3 took a bit longer but were resolved well under an hour time. So support always takes a bit longer than assistance. So out of the ones that were sending messages for assistance, 49 received a response and returned to work within 5 minutes. 20 took between 5 and 30 minutes, and one took over an hour because you were setting up Android emulation for them on a computer.
Yes.
So it was a spare computer. They wanted to be able to emulate Android on that machine. So you'd remote it in and set that up for them. And of course, naturally, that's going to take a long time, but it doesn't affect anyone because no one's using that machine at the time.
Yeah.
And then out of all those subscribers, 90 of them got in contact through our unique instant messaging service, which is always the quickest way to get in contact. 3 emailed, and for the first time ever, actually, 1 scheduled a video call with me for their assistance. So that's cool.
Yeah.
And actually, this time around, the numbers are a lot lower on the amount of people we believe if they'd had regular training, they wouldn't have needed to get in contact with. There's only 2 people out of all that came in. We only felt that 2 wouldn't have needed to have contacted us if they'd had regular training. So that's the lowest that number has been in all I can remember since I've been reporting the stats.
Yeah, I'd say so. I've never seen it that low before.
Yeah, it has been in single figures before. It was actually single figures last month with, I think it was about 7, but now it's dropped down to 2. So it's seeing people are getting better at computers.
I'd hope.
Well, I think this month might change that stat, and the number might shoot back up a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the roundup for June. So thanks for listening, and we'll be back next month for July statistics.
Yeah, we'll see you in July.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.